So Kresha and Mistidawn.
It came about.
Yeah. So we need this. We need to document this. So please start with how you even came to this place from the just real quick.
Do you want me to be very blunt?
Yes, I do.
Whenever New York passed their new radical abortion bill, I sat up and cried all night long. And I said, I am so tired of saying I'm pro-life but doing nothing about it. And so she's also one of my best friends in the world, and we work together. I call her and I'm like, we need to do something. And she's as crazy as I am, so she's like, absolutely.
And it went from there. So she called and said, we've got to do something. And I said, all right, well, let's go. And we got notebook paper and pens out. And she said, okay, I've got a sponsorship list. And I said, okay, I can get this race together.
For the race. Yeah. And we literally are so busy that we would just call each other every morning and be like, okay, what have you done? What have you got done? Yeah. Okay. And then we met at her house yesterday and literally packed bags along with probably 6 other women for hours until we could get it all done. But
and it was 6 weeks ago. 7 maybe.
No,
it was 6, if that.
If that.
Yeah.
And so how many
runners did we end up having?
We had 87 runners signed up before we got here today, and then we ran out of same-day registration forms when we were here today. So we probably had over 100 runners. I haven't had the final count, but
and Florien, Louisiana, okay.
And our goal, I said, if we could just raise $5,000, I would feel like we actually did something, and we had raised that before we even got here today.
Come on,
so
somebody!
I can't wait.
How many sponsors did you guys,
Oh, I already took the sponsorship paper down.
I saw that down. All those people on there were your sponsors.
People would just bring people that couldn't. I'll bring a case of water. I'll bring bananas for the.
We didn't just have monetary. No. We had so many people give gift cards that we were able to raffle off. Or people were intrigued by they have the door prizes or whatever, so they came in and then gave another donation on top of that. So everything played hand in hand with each other.
That's amazing. And so tell us about Camp 217 real quick.
Camp 217 is named after 2 Timothy 1:7. For we are not given a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-discipline. I'm gonna get all in my feelings now.
Get in your feelings. Get in them.
Camp 217 is a women's fitness studio, and we do a lot of stuff. I think our main goal is to help women understand that they can be powerful beyond measure if they just figure out how to live their life and seek Him first, and that health and fitness goes hand in hand with your walk with Christ, because it's not always supposed to be easy. You're supposed to have really hard times, and you're supposed to be able to push through those hard times. And the harder the time is, the harder you seek God, I think. And so we really try to push that, and we try to give really just a whole life coaching to women about turning their life around, being the women that they were meant to be in God. And I think that's a big
camp
thing.
Started off just boot camp, and then it grew.
It started off with 10 women in a pilot group in this building. Actually,
awesome.
in this building.
Awesome.
I didn't have a building. It started off in this building, 10 women, and it was just a boot camp. And now Kresha teaches power push and hip hop. I have another kickboxing instructor, Cameron Flint. I have a yoga instructor, Jessica Lowry. She was actually the one doing Jessica Lowry photography.
Oh yeah, she took all the pictures.
Yeah. And then we have an elite group, another kickboxing class. So it's definitely grown by a lot, and we have usually about 60 to 100 women a month that come in and out of our doors.
So one last thing, and that is that again, because we put on events, what you were able to do in 6 weeks or less was amazing. But tell the person watching this, really what it takes to do something like this. I'm not talking about all the phone calls. I'm talking about personally.
A conviction, and stop wanting to not be confrontational. Christians don't have the luxury anymore to sit by and say, I'm just going to go along to get along, because our enemy's not going along to get along. And if we want real results, we have to actually do work, and we have to stand up and say what we believe. And the majority of this country is still Christian, and the majority of this country is still pro-life, no matter what the media says. So when we show up to events like this, we're actually showing the media that no, we don't agree with you. We believe in life, and we love life, and that's where we stand.
I think it also
Love life.
I think it also takes a heart for it, because if you don't have the heart for it, if that doesn't break your heart, that I have 4 kids. If that doesn't make you think about someone taking your own child, someone thinking that your child, when it was in the womb, wasn't a person. You have to have the heart for it to make them understand that God ordained life in my child from the second she was conceived or he was conceived. And it takes a heart to make sure that you want to make other people understand that as well. Not just
A judgment.
right, but making people understand that for the love of life.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen. We love you.
Thank y'all so much.
Kresha and Mistidawn. Bless y'all.
Thank you.